roll initiative, everybody.
Woo!
And go over to your D20 screens.
Roll 20.
That's right.
Yeah.
Battle map time.
Oh my, that's a very pretty battle map.
Oh my god, that's the highest I've ever rolled for an initiative. 13.
All right. Nine Realms Gaming, Dice Tower. Don't fail me now.
Oh, please fail you now, actually.
Oh, Nine Realms. Why? You've got to do me like that.
Perfect. That's good for us.
Good
Well,
for us.
Well, this will be a short battle. All right. Fine.
Don't forget, he's a werewolf, but he was a paladin, which means he's obligated to roll low on initiative.
Right. All right, everybody. Let's kick this off. 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
18.
Phelan, 18. Saint, do you say something? Or
13.
no? 13. There we go. So that was 20 to 15, 15 to 10.
11.
11, 13.
Of course, the squishies
Okay.
take their time getting in turns.
10 to 5.
I got a 9.
All right. And 5 to 0.
I got a 4.
Wow.
Ooh, still better than the werewolf.
Oh, this will be quick.
You're about to just curb stomp this motherfucker. Okay. And then we got our werewolf boy.
Oh, I actually have like a grey Warforged themed dice set in here somewhere.
Activate the dice
Somewhere.
goblin.
I'm blinded by the
So if you go through the map there, Corso, it should be sort of off to the right-hand side of the map there. If you just zoom all the way out, you should be able to see it. There you go. Everyone on there?
All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's kick things off. Phelan, the Bugbear Rogue, hugest, quickest person that ever lived. What would you like to do?
Yeah, seeing all of this, I'm going to, seeing a friend, Zerra, starting to transform, I'm going to stumble back a little bit as I stutter. Zerra, are you okay, my friend?
It just starts running towards you.
Oh no! Yeah, I'm gonna use my distance, or my movement, to step on back up to here. I'm going to use my action to cast Firebolt. And see if that helps at all. If that hits. Ooh.
All right.
Oh, natural 20, baby! Ooh! Oh, my God.
Woo! Oh! That sucks. Okay.
Oh. That
So
would
up the top, we've been doing double damage so far. Is that going to be easier for people, or do you want to do double dice?
I can do double damage, yeah. That's easy.
Double damage it is.
I will now proceed to roll natural ones.
Close. I rolled a natural 2. So that's 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
It's
The
fine.
dice gods giveth, and the dice gods taketh away.
I'm also gonna say, Speck, I would say you better move back. I don't know if you can help. And I will take a couple steps further back and use the hide action behind this bush here for my bonus action.
Okay, got a boss. It just like bolts out of the way as soon as the wolf starts growling. He just runs. He actually had roll initiative as well. Thanks.
Shit.
Nine Realms Gaming. Thanks for the 19 on spec, by the way. That's really helpful. Really helpful for me.
Baby.
He is ahead. You should have gone first, but he will just run.
The dice gods giveth, and they taketh.
Yeah, they sure effing do. So Spec is gonna go over here. So yeah, Spec would have just like as soon as he heard that growl, would have run right behind that bush, right where Phelan is. But Phelan, so sort of as This huge werewolf just starts charging at all of you. Phelan, just the first to have that first quick reaction, just kind of jumps back, lightning fast. Lightning bolt just emanates from his hand, strikes forward, just not quite focused enough, and just all of the and like in all of the instant action that went on, you kind of fired it but didn't have your full concentration on it, so the firebolt just kind of went just a spark that goes off of the werewolf's shoulder. Some of the hairs burn off its side, but it just keeps running forward, is not able to stunt it in any way. But there is a bit of a burn mark there, but you just had to focus a bit more for more concentration on that hit.
Okay.
All right, up next is Galahad 5.
It's your boy. All right. Galahad's going to step forward, pound his fist together, and I'm going to use my Channel Divinity Peerless Athlete. I'm going to give myself advantage on all athletics and acrobatics checks. I'm going to run forward. I'm going to grapple this werewolf.
Okay.
Dex or strength, mate. Make your roll. I'm going twice.
So you should be able to roll your, move your token
Is
towards
that a 20? You're smiling like you got a 20.
I want to know.
So strength check or, yeah, okay.
You can pick whatever's higher, strength, acrobatics, or athletics. I got a 24.
Yeah, there we go. Whoa. No, that's a fail.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and then a 19. So 24 for this grapple check.
Okay, so I definitely failed. So you are directly go over. The rest of you, Phelan kind of jumps back and just runs forward still. Galahad, you just see him go, and like all the sort of gold inlaying that's adorning on his metal body just goes, just kind of lights up like neon strip lights are just going off all over his body. Just bolts forward, try to get in front of the werewolf going any more forward, just catches it. The body, kind of the impact of the werewolf hitting against Galahad kind of makes him skid on the grassy, muddy ground. He's able to hold his strength as his legs just kind of plant in the ground to stop it from going anymore. Fully has the werewolf grappled right in front of him. Just freaking out. And Galahad's a really big fucking robot warforged, so with the werewolf, the werewolf has grown in size, but he's still not as tall as Galahad. He's probably like a foot and a half shorter than Galahad at this point, so just like a bigger brother just stopping your little brat from doing anything. Okay, anything else you'd like to do?
That's it. That's my bonus action for the Channel Divinity and my action to grapple with Dunskies.
All right, so with the werewolf grappled by Galahad, we come to Jules Hendricks.
Jules is gonna cast mage armor on herself.
Go.
Yep. So now I am somewhat beefier.
Okay. Is there any like with your mage armor, does it kind of match your sort of magical colorization?
Yeah, it definitely does. Do you want me to describe that, or do you want to?
Sure thing, go for it.
All right. As this is through her eldritch evocation, so it looks a little bit even more spectral than normal as her black eyes start to mist over with an eerie white, and these spectral lines start to appear and forming almost a spinning almost around her torso and her limbs and stuff like that in a slight shimmer to where if you look at it a little bit closer, you can definitely tell that something weird is going on there. And yeah, so then they're just gonna take a step back from Zerra because they don't want to get hit.
All right, so all is happening simultaneously. Phelan jumping back, firebolt, Galahad rushes in, grabs the werewolf. Jules, flick of the wrist. This energy just comes over her entire body, just flickering and changing the outside of her design for a little bit. Takes a stance. Up next, we got Nebula.
All right, so Nebula is off to the left here. Nebula is going to reach up and grab his short sword that sits on his back and finally withdraw it. and he's going to call out to the party. Are we trying to take him down? Or are we trying to leave him in one piece?
Is he still all there? Is this Zerra or is this something else? That is the question we have to ask.
I realize we don't have a lot of time to figure that out, but does anyone know? Is he gone?
Can we roll Arcana? Can I roll an Arcana check to see if I would know?
Sure.
Pause
Roll
key,
a con.
perhaps.
That's a 17 plus 5, so 22.
22. So generally with lycanthropy, I mean, the usual case is that with any kind of lycanthropy, werebear, werewolf, wherever, the usual case is they transform. Some of them have a sense of who they are and what they're doing deliberately, like they're still them inside. And some of them are just vicious, animal-like, don't have any concept of who they are or what they're doing until they're able to change back. So at this point, you're not too sure who's in there. If this is a case of like, is Zerra doing this and he's just trying to murder us and he's consciously doing this? Or is this just an animalistic instinct and he'll be fine when he changes back? Or will he even change back? You haven't had too many experiences in person with lycanthropy too much, but you know the general gist. So there is a chance he could be in there, but you're not 100% sure.
Okay. Then, I am going to attempt to cast... This is a gamble here, bud. But I am going to attempt to cast Command.
Ooh, okay.
And so I need a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Well, this big boy D20 can go away. And so we're doing wisdom saves.
Yeah, DC 14.
All right. Hey, 9 realms, you're the best. That's a 16.
Ooh.
So what were you gonna say for your command?
Calm.
So right as you'd say that, you see Galahad just kind of like his metal head just doing this as this werewolf just just trying to snap at his face, like, and you just put your hand out. Calm. Look over to you, said it. Just starts to try to snap at you behind Galahad's head. He's just like,
Okay.
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
Then in that case, I am going to move in an arc to come behind them.
All right.
So that I would be, I would be back and behind where Galahad is holding Zerra.
Okay. Curve around there, easy enough, as all this is, again, just simultaneously boom, 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 boom.
And actually, to be more specific, I want to be, I see Zerra's like right where his token is and where Galahad is. I want to essentially be like back to back with Galahad.
Okay, so you want to move yourself over there? Okay.
Yeah. So seeing that, I would have started around, and I've got my weapon drawn, and my last spell didn't work, so we're in fighting mode.
Okay. Short sword out. Back to back, Charlie's Angels mode with your boy Galahad, ready for whatever's coming. Okay. Then we got Margot.
So Margot's gonna ready a firebolt in her hand, and she's just gonna look over at Galahad and Nebula back to back. Be like, how could we even tell he's gonna come out of this? It would be a better mercy to just end it now and just be on our way.
It's not always that easy, but...
Then do you want to hold him for a whole night and hope that he maybe, just maybe,
we
will
can
come
knock
out
him
of
out. If he doesn't, then we'll deal with it tomorrow.
So, at this point, Margot is just going to look at Phelan and be like, oh yes, knock him out, as he's snapping at us. And hope he comes out. By all we know, we could finish this quest and he could still be a dog. He already acts like one.
I think he acts very snaky, if you will, but I would much rather not kill a comrade. And I'd feel a little safer if we didn't kill each other either.
Sorry, my cat keeps trying to interrupt the stream.
It's my stream now, cat.
It's Maxie. Okay, so Margot's gonna march right up to him and basically... oh gosh, how do I want to do this? So Margot is going to move up basically right next to, or right in front of, right within our, like, mouth snapping. And she's going to basically just grab his muzzle and cast Shocking Grasp.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So yeah.
Does that transfer to a grappler?
I hope not.
So
A metal grappler?
So she's gonna try and do this non-lethally. Now the dice may say otherwise.
Yeah, so I don't believe you don't get advantage on this. I don't think so. But his speed is 0.
And just Phelan and Margot, it looks like you just got inspiration from the chat.
Oh, I did.
Okay, so what did you roll?
All right, so let's see here. Shocking Grasp. That's a 20.
Nat 20?
That's a 20 plus a 4. That's a 24.
More than enough. Roll your double damage, my dear.
I'm just joking about the dice, guys. I was joking.
Your hubris has betrayed you.
I was trying to be non-lethal. I thought it was kobolds only.
I think we have learned that the dice will never agree with us when we say non-lethal. They go, oh, I heard the lethal part.
Oh, you want him dead? You want him dead?
You want to kill him, yeah.
Sorry, the microphone cut out. Did you say lethal?
So, I'm gonna put these back on because I don't mean to fry him, but I think we're gonna have a little barbecue. So we're doing double damage, right?
That's correct.
That's a 7, so that's 14 damage.
14 damage. Shocking Grasp, is there any other, anything else that happens, or is it just damage?
Let's see here. Have advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor made of metal.
Right.
Takes the damage and can't take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Cannot take reactions till start of the next turn. Okay. So, and everyone kind of getting ready, just reacting to this rabid werewolf that's just transformed in front of your eyes. Galahad grappling the werewolf. You're all trying to talk amongst you, like, do we kill it? Do we not? Like, what if it's Zerra? What if it's not? Margo, oh, for fuck's sake, let's just fucking end this. No, don't, no, or I won't kill him. Just like, just still getting used to some of your sorceress magic, and especially in this very huffed, very instant kind of circumstance, everyone just kind of reacting in very, very hurried ways. You just hadn't quite focused how much of that dial up you wanted to turn down or turn up. And you go to Shocking Grasp him, just kind of in your emotional huff, just be like, oh, let's just be done with this already. You kind of let that emotion get into your spell casting. You just put 2 hands around the snout of the werewolf as you just clomp it down. He's going, close your eyes. And this electricity just surges through their werewolf as Galahad's just like, none of the electricity seems to penetrate his metal body at this point, but you just hold on to the snout as you go. The werewolf, just smoke is starting to rise up from his body, and you're trying to let go, but your hand has just sort of stuck to his skin for the amount of electricity you're putting through, and you're kind of like, oh fuck, and you're trying to be cool about it, but you're just like, everyone looking on, being like, is she gonna let go? And like, your dragonborn scaled hands leave the snout, and some hair are kind of attached to your hand as you kind of look at it and go, oh shit. As smoke just kind of goes, as the werewolf kind of lurches forward a bit, and then you just see it slowly. It just starts to wake up again and just being as ferocious as ever. But that was a good hit. 14 points to the werewolf. And as that happens, it becomes the werewolf's turn. Okie dokie.
Bad dog.
Down, boy.
Okay, so seeing as Galahad has it grappled, he can either try to roll to break free or just start biting the Warforged, which in this instance, yeah, either way, kind of screwed. He wants to break free. I want to break free. You know what? He's just, especially after that hit, he just wants to, just the ferocity from him being enclosed, from being shocked, he's just going to make his attacks at Galahad. So he's going to make two attacks, one with its bite and one with his claws.
Uh-oh. He chomp.
So as you're kind of having him wrapped around his arms, trying to break free, and especially after getting shocked for that amount of time, it's kind of like survival mode. This surge of adrenaline kind of awakes in the werewolf, and you see his claws just like extend about 3 inches more, and he just kind of lifts up and just digs his claws into your forearms, your metal forearms, and actually piercing your metal body with them. So this one is going to be to hit. Oh, that's a 13.
Miss.
Don't even feel it as you see the claws kind of dig into the Warforged metal body. Galahad, having not really pain receptors or feeling, is just like not even phased. Just keeps holding him in place, trying to dodge around its snout. But he is going to make a bite now.
Uh-oh.
That's not going to work either. That is, yeah, that's a 10. No dice.
Oh, no champas.
So once
No
again,
dice.
the werewolf kind of gets up and digs its claws into your forearms. You kind of go, what are you doing? And then it goes, trying to snap at you, but it's just not able to. The electricity just making it a bit weaker than it normally would be. Chomping at you, but again, no effect at all. So we come back to the top with Speck, who is going to stay behind the bush. Holy crap, that thing is so scary!
Question:
behind it.
Does Speck have any weapons on them?
You notice a short sword and a hand crossbow kind of on its sides, but that's about it.
So as a free action, Nebula calls out to Speck. Speck, aim for its leg.
This leg?
Aim for its leg. Or that backpack gets a lot tighter.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jesus Christ. And he just like panics and starts reaching out for his
If I recall, a kobold should have pack tactics.
He does.
Speck, buddy.
Are we
I get
considered
scared
impact?
for you.
So against a creature, if at least one of the kobold's allies is within 5 feet, then the ally isn't incapacitated.
In this moment, I would protect Speck if it came to a fight. So it's really, yeah.
All right, so Speck, having pack tactics, will have advantage on this hit with the hand crossbow as he just like, oh god, and just like puts in a bolt, starts loading it, drops the bolt, puts it back in. He's gonna make a shot at advantage. And it is 9 realms wide. That's an unnatural 20.
I didn't want him to accidentally hit Margot or Galahad, so I wanted that advantage in there.
9 realms is definitely on the player side in play.
Yes.
Thank you, 9 realms.
9 realms knows who pays the bills.
Yeah. So with that, you say, aim for the leg, aim for the leg. The werewolf kind of a bit slow start after it woke up, but then still gets claws in. It's getting kind of just vicious. Go for the leg. Oh, God. Oh, God. The kobold kind of just doesn't even look. Kobold looks back. Holy shit, I did it!
Yeah!
Yes. Yes, you did. Very good job.
Oh, thanks. Oh, you know what compliments are like these days. And then, as you see this tiny little kobold-sized bolt just stuck into the thigh of the werewolf, taking 7 points of piercing damage.
Nice job, Speck.
Margot just kind of like turns around and like slowly claps at him.
But it does have damage immunity against bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
Ooh.
So
half damage.
Yeah, so that 7 is going to be a 3.
Wait,
was that resistance or immunity?
Immunity.
Oh,
it's
wait,
immunity.
that's a 0.
Nothing. That's right.
What?
So the bolt goes in. Starts to get super mad. You look at the wound, but no blood seems to be coming down from the leg as the werewolf just gets madder and madder and starts to just violently shake even more, trying to get out of the grasp. And Galahad tightening his hold even more. And the kobold kind of looks on and goes, I think I made it more mad.
Uh-oh. Not. Start patting him on the head to try and get his attention on me instead, for Speck, just so like to spare him the pain of not having hit properly. And I believe it's my turn now. So I'm gonna go ahead and with my other hand, take my hand up again and aim. I'm gonna try and have a contained firebolt aimed over at Zerra Canton Trenchmer, and hopefully this will knock him out.
All right, another firebolt.
Here we go. Please, well, maybe. I don't know. Oh, that's not too bad. That's actually very good. 14 plus 5 for a 19.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Oh, okay. And the damage will be 5 points of fire damage.
5 points of fire damage.
See?
Okay.
No, look, he's in pain. You got this. Yes, you've been very good.
As another one, as you go to like compliment Speck, you're like, don't worry, it's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine. Just a side hit with the fireball. As you've got your full concentration now, you're sturdy in your stance, you've got your eye dead on to the target. As the werewolf is just trying its best to break out. And like, you hit him in that same spot, but now the firebolt was a lot larger than the last one. And that singeing, burning hair smell that Galahad, if you could smell, you just have this waft of just burnt dog hair sniffing it all up in there, but not able to smell it. But yeah, there's just a big burn mark as the skin is kind of burnt now from like a second degree burn. All the hair is just kind of burned away. It's just this big pink patch right in the shoulder.
I'm also going to yell out, Zerra, we still have some more things to try out. I'm not letting you go just yet.
Sup, you beautiful bastards. Hope you've had a fantastic...
Phil DeFranco, don't join my game. Okay. It can talk! Werewolf is Phil DeFranco. I'm sorry, that was the big secret. Okay, up next, Galahad. You've got this werewolf in your grasp, shaking it all around, trying to break free, but you've got a good grip on it.
I've been sort of leaning my head back to try and not get bit, and I'm gonna just tighten my grip, lean back. I'm gonna slam my head into him and knock my headphones off. I'm gonna headbutt him.
Okay, headbutt.
Wait.
That
Galahad.
is sorry, dude.
Go ahead.
It's an 18 to hit.
It hits.
Now,
Isn't that bludgeoning?
it sure is, but I'm gonna divine smite with my forehead.
Yes. Yes.
So let's add another cheeky 2d8 radiant damage to this, shall we?
Okay.
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
You say.
Fuck yeah! 14 radiant damage.
Oh. This werewolf is getting the shit.
Right on the diamond embedded in his forehead, just bang.
Yeah, so the rest of you, as you see that fireball kind of singe back in your shoulder, just getting more and more rage-filled, violent, trying his best to break free. And Galahad's fingers just starting to almost see them almost coming undone. And you're like emotionless at this point. Everyone's taking shots and just like, quiet down, dog. The crystal on the head just goes, just lights up. Bam! Sounds like a shotgun blast from his head hitting the back of the werewolf's skull. You see this sort of sound wave just come off of that initial hit as all the birds in the forest just tweet off as trees just kind of shake around in the back of the werewolf's head just goes just looks dazed and just knocked the F out, but still conscious. But it's that was a big hit. But you got it in your grasp, Bill. Kind of linked your hands back together. It's still like moving, but it's definitely just slowed down for a minute. Anything else, Galahad?
Nope, that's it.
Nope, I'm good.
That'll do me for this turn.
No, that's fine. All right, up next we got Jules with your freshly put on mage armor.
Yeah. Jules is just going to take a step forward and she's going to look at Zerra. And knowing that she has no real other things that she can do without hitting Galahad or anything like that, she's going to look him dead in the eyes and say to him, Zerra, if you act like a dog, we're going to have to put you in a kennel, so now you need to heal. And cast Vicious Mockery, which is wisdom saving.
Yes.
All right, another wisdom save. And this one's going to be an 11.
That does not succeed.
Sure doesn't.
I swear to, if you put him down with Vicious Mockery.
That's 4 damage.
Oh.
She's leaving just enough room for a neuter.
Indeed. And then he's going to have disadvantage on his next attack roll. That is if he has any more.
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, right there, the dazed look on his face, just slowly coming to in Galahad's grasp. Kind of look at him, say those words. If you act like a dog, we're going to have to put you down like one. It just has like a sudden whimper as like almost like the competing consciousness of Zerra and the werewolf. Like it's the first time it's exhibited somewhat of a human emotion, almost like that knock to the head kind of just switched out of the animalistic frame for a second as you kind of hear that whimper as a reaction to your mockery. But then soon after that,
I feel bad.
the whimper goes, kind of shake his head back to his animalistic ways. We come to Nebula.
Okay. I'm currently back to back with. Oh yeah, I'm currently back to back with Galahad, and oh shoot. All right, yeah. So You said immunity, right? Just straight up immunity to slashing and piercing and bludgeoning?
He is immune to non-magical attacks from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing that aren't silvered.
Gotcha. Okay, then. I am... Nebula, having told Speck to fire that arrow, watched no blood come out, and is just like, damn it, and will sheath his sword and dig his hand into his bag of holding, and he will withdraw a length of rope, and jumping up from behind Galahad is going to bridle under Zerra's in Zerra's jaw to wrap his mouth up. So whatever you want me to try and do to muzzle him.
So you're trying to like muzzle him with the jaw around Galahad's or just around the wolf's head?
No, I just want to. So if I'm back to back, I put my sword away, reach in, grab it, and I'll step around. I'll step around to then try and muzzle him up.
All right. So you're just doing just to the wolf head, not wrapping it around Galahad's head as well.
Correct.
Just trying to muzzle him.
Yeah.
Let's make contested strength checks to see if you can wrap it around before he bites through the rope.
All right. So strength. I got
You have a D4 of inspiration.
And a D4 of inspiration. You know what? I am just going to go ahead and roll that D4 just to be safe. That's a 3, so that's an unnatural 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, not good enough. So you go behind him and just do that rope and just try to pick your moment while he's still kind of dazed and just sort of waking up, trying to snap himself out of it. You see the opportunity to get your rope out, wrap it around his mouth. Do you have are you just kind of holding on to it? Like, what do you have it anchored to? Or are you just wrapping rope around his mouth so that he can't bite very well?
So I would have gone through, as soon as his jaw opened, I would have gone all the way to the back and then got it around his head and started using his own face as a thing. So it's length around, hooked it, pulled it down to then wrap around the front of him.
Okay. Sort of blocking him from being able to bite down fully.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he wasn't able to bite through, so you've got it wrapped around, kind of tied it off in the end, and got around before he's like, So good job there. Success. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, no, none of my damage is going to do anything. So I am going to jump back in case someone needs to attack. So I will have swung around to the front, and then I am going to jump back.
Got the rope tied around, jumped back with Jules there. Very nicely done. Up next, Margot.
Margot's getting sick of this. Real sick of this. Basically just, how long are we going to fight this damn dog? And again, she wants to just, grab his muzzle. But instead of, actually attacking, can I just roll to intimidate and just growl out, down, boy?
Sure. Roll intimidation check.
That is a 9.
9? It's a natural 20. So,
okay.
The one time I get it to not be intimidated. So yeah, you go to him and just you try to connect to him because you have a very animalistic nature as well. With your Dragonborn instinct, you're kind of just getting kind of close up to him and seeing that he's kind of muzzled a bit. You feel a bit safer getting at a bit closer distance, trying to reach inside to any bit of Zerra that might be in there. It's been look, you gotta stop this now, settle down, or we're gonna have to take you down. Kind of trying to connect to him, eye to eye. Just trying to break free of this rope, but not getting through to him.
Yeah. That's fair.
Anything else?
Oh wait, I could have used my. Well, it probably wouldn't have mattered. I probably could have used my inspiration for that, but it probably wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're moving on. It's plot fodder. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
I think
Is that-
Kevin. may
We've
have-
lost Kevin.
Oh,
We lost the boy.
I'm starting the timer. If we hit 15 minutes, we're level 4.
It's like teachers in college, except with
Exactly.
with D&D. 10 out of 10. I love it.
how's
DM
it-
show up, you level up.
Remember,
Oh my
guys,
gosh.
if the DMD doesn't show up within 15 minutes, we're legally allowed to level up.
Y'all, I'm super worried.
DM has left the
About-
chat. Time to sin.
Oh no!
Like you'd let the DM stop you.
I don't want our boy Zerra to die, but it's getting worse and worse.
It's ironic that his
Look,
name's
I-
Ice Cream Sandwich and he's frozen.
You got me. I am the
Clever
DM.
boy, Grey Wolf. Clever boy.
Nice one, Gray.
Perfect. I know it's 10 out of 10.
Right now, Phelan, you are almost ice cream. You are like
He's a DM now.
you are
I'm
60% ice cream right now.
Yep.
Kevin vanished.
He froze.
Okay, guys.
Can
Yes.
it be me? Can I be him? I want to be him. I want to have the power.
I got a wizard hat nearby.
I don't know. Mustafa's currently rocking the
No.
channeling.
It's Moose. I want it.
You said I don't know. I just fell into it.
Oh!
You are the DM.
And I'm Margot now.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this situation.
Hey, well, I'm Galahad, and this couldn't be better.
Hi, my name's Phelan. I want to make friends with everybody and steal their coins.
I'm trying to kill our buddy.
Am I someone else? I can't see the stream.
You're Nebula. You're me.
Yes! Hello.
He's back.
Who's back?
Okay. Whoa, that was weird.
Jules.
Yes. My internet was just like gone.
Decides to leave.
Yo, that happened to me today on my stream. Is my internet just on Twitch? Everything went gone.
That's never happened before. That's really weird. Sorry, everybody. Okay, so we were at the top of the round.
For a second, Moose had power.
Moose was DM for longer than everyone. He knows.
Holy crap. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Moose, what is the Fey Lie? What is it? Did you see?
Tell us your secrets.
It's like as soon as I stepped off of the DM throne, it just disappeared. I knew it for a second, but then it's gone.
Reality can do
Guys,
whatever I want.
the secret is, the Fey Lie is...
I'm gonna choke on a high chew.
Hold
I don't
on,
wanna
Jody
die.
might have to refigure it because you cut out. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, back to the top of the round. Speck beside Phelan, looking up at Phelan. I don't know if I should shoot him again. I don't think it's anything.
It's okay. It's okay. You will get him angry. It's okay. Just hide behind me. It's gonna be okay. We got this.
Oh, okay. Wait, maybe hold on. Kind of goes under his armor that he has. Do you have do you have my bomb?
No.
Yes.
Can I have it?
Yes. Are you gonna kill yourself? I'll take it out and.
I was not gonna kill myself, I was maybe gonna kill that thing.
We don't want to kill him, but here, try it.
I want to kill him.
I'll give him the bomb.
Just kind of looks up at you, is like, it's okay.
Just try to knock him out. Yes, maybe throw it a little closer to where.
Fantastic! She just takes it towards you,
Please.
slides it up, and just throws it at him.
Please use that non-lethal grenade.
I'm right on top of
Oh shit!
Wait,
And he has a
definitely-
You know what? Fuck.
It's not non-lethal. It's a grenade.
Yeah.
I'm a sorcerer.
Nebula would have said something, but technically, I wouldn't have heard it.
Galahad,
Okay.
hold me in your arms to protect me.
I can't. I'm holding the werewolf right now.
I'll let go of the werewolf to hold me.
I can't. He'll eat me. Okay. Okay, we're gonna throw to hit first off. So let's do that.
If he rolls bad, it's hitting me in the back of the head.
I say, remember he has advantage on that throw.
It does.
That's good.
Hey, yo. Corso, you no.
All right. So that's gonna hit.
Yep, fair is fair.
14. So
R.I.P. Zerra.
I almost didn't step back.
I need Galahad and Margot to make dexterity saving throws. Oh boy.
Dear dice gods, please help.
Oh, yeah,
It fell off my desk. What are you?
If
the
it was
combat music is off.
Hold on.
if it was just like an acrobatic something, I'd have advantage, but it's just dex, so
Yeah, I got a 19.
I got a 10.
10 just succeeds, so both of you will take half damage. And yep, that's a thing. That's a thing. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
If you give a kobold permission to use his crossbow, he's gonna ask for a bomb.
Yeah.
And that's a natural 1 on the werewolf. Can't make this up. Okay. So this will be 1d8 of damage. Of bludgeoning damage. Oh, but it's not a non-magical thing. It's non-magical. So it won't do anything to the werewolf but hurt you two. So even better.
Wait, what damage is it? Because it's an explosion, right?
The explosion is bludgeoning damage, but it's non-magical bludgeoning damage. It's explosive. It's not magical in any sense. It's an alchemical thing.
Is it technically fire?
It says bludgeoning damage, not fire damage on the stat. So
it's like shrapnel.
this is like the concussive, just like.
Galahad, it's not too late to hold me. I'm just.
So with the D8, you both take a whopping 1 point of bludgeoning damage because I rolled a 2.
Oh god.
So as you just kind of hear off in the distance, you're like, yes, I can do it! You're like, huh? You look over and just see this little acorn-sized bomb.
Did he?
Oh no, not again.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Hang on. Magic, give him back.
Did it work?
Jordy, can I be the DM this time, please?
I am so sorry.
Hang on.
back.
Oh, okay.
We can hear you again.
Oh my god, my internet is being the worst goddamn BBEG of all time. Okay. Speck, throw in the explosive seed. The little bomb goes. You hear the whistle sound. The rest of you go, oh shit. Galahad, not able to move, just goes, close his eyes. Margot, you look up, and this little bomb just goes shh. Just like a little firecracker. Some of the sparks kind of fly off by Galahad's head. Margot, it's loud still. It's like a firecracker going, pow! Doesn't explode in any like a little bit of damage, but you just have a little bit of ringing in your ears. The werewolf still not affected, just going, just angering it more and more, just like smacking a beehive with a stick over and over again.
Angry.
But that's about it. Up next, Phelan.
Okay. I am so sorry. I'm just gonna, as I stutter into an apology, gonna try another firebolt over at Zerra.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 17 plus 5 for 23.
That's going to hit so bad.
That will be... Oh, that's pretty good. That's 9 points of fire damage as I try to pull in as much as I can. But at this point, I've hurt my allies. So I'm going to go ahead for what I can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we lost him.
You can tell when the music goes out.
Yeah.
It's almost ominous, isn't it?
I don't know if he's frozen for you guys, but he's frozen for me, and he's just looking down, and his hat is covering his
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, it's already over.
Episode 4 of the Fey Lie, things get broken. The game or the DM? You decide.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's time for me to take control.
I'm taking over this game now.
No, I want to be the DM. Moose started last time.
Dad.
All right, we're going to start rolling on the wild magic table. Let's go.
Okay, so here's the thing. Everybody's going to get fireball centered on themselves. It's going to be wonderful. And we're just, go out with a bang. Bang, bang, bang.
Everybody gets lycanthropy. We're just a group of werewolves now. We call ourselves the Pack.
Nice.
Yeah. A pack of what? A pack of gum.
Can you just imagine everybody is just like a werewolf? We have a werewolf that throws up ghosts. We have like a star-crossed werewolf. We have a very large bugbear werewolf with like weird arms. We have a robo-wolf.
I will only be a wolf if I can be called Moon.
Of course you
Okay.
can.
Oh, I'm almost DM. I'm almost.
Oh, you're part.
How close are you to do?
You got
Just lean to the left or the right a bit, and you'll be fine.
Okay, no, I gotta go. I gotta go this way.
Yeah. All right, who's in charge now? I wonder if maybe he should hotspot.
Okay, third time's the fucking charm. This is the most difficult goddamn werewolf fight I've ever had in my entire life.
Same.
Someone kill this thing so we can end this.
We all have to have some sort of technical issue at one point. I had mine. D&D Corso had his. It's your turn now.
I guess so. It's so weird. Like this never happens. I have to go yell at Tellus after the stream. Tellus, boo. Publicly shaming you, Tellus. Be better. Be better, Tellus.
God calls from behind everything.
Oh shit!
Oh no, it's the Chaos Man.
Okay.
We're talking shit.
Tellus has joined the chat.
So,
All right.
as this happens, Fey Lie from behind the bush again, able just one more time put this thing down instead of just kind of flinging it off, kind of quick fire style. Takes his time to kind of create almost like just a mini fireball of some sort. And just kind of gets in that Kamehameha stance, hurling it. This time, hitting it square in the face. The rope kind of seemingly catching on fire for a few seconds until it extinguishes it. And the fur around his face just gets burned off as blood starts to come down its ears and out of its eye sockets and out of its nose, just like a giant fist in the face from that fire spell. Just sends it reeling. And it is rough looking right now.
Okay. Friends, we're almost there. We can do it. I'm so sorry, Speck. No more explosions, please.
Jesus Christ, and I thought I was deadly. That was some shit right here.
Yes, but it was targeted shit.
That's true. Targeted shit is usually the most important. That's right.
Okay,
All right.
Y'all got this.
Anything else, Phelan?
No.
All right, Galahad, you are up.
All right. The music's off, by the way.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, since I have no more magical attacks and old mate Werewolf is still within attacking distance of Margot, I'm going to use my action, because he's still grappled by me, I'm going to move him. I think I've got half my movement, so like 2 squares away. Like, can I bring him down to like here?
Let me just
Triggering
see.
It will be
attack.
if
Yeah,
he's
if you-
forcefully. Oh, is that where that works? Because I thought it was only if Margot moves away, not if he is moved.
Okay.
Let me just see.
I'm not sure what the ruling is on that. It's up to you.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's not very. Kind of at that point, just.
Also, if
DM
he wants
thing.
to be moved, he has to contest my strength check.
What
That's
is
right.
your
I'm thinking
holy-
that we'll have to do. Yeah, so where you can drag or carry the grappled creature with you, but your speed is halved unless the creature is two or more sizes smaller than you. Which he is definitely a bit smaller than you because you are pretty big. But in flavor, you're taller, but you're not a large creature by any means.
Mm-hmm.
All of the flavor, but none of the spice.
First of all, how dare you?
I say it with love, Ollie. No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so we'll
remember
make
this.
a opposed strength check to see if you can drag him over if he resists and try to stay in place.
And I've still got Peerless Athlete active for the next 10 minutes.
Natural 1, thanks, 9 Realms Gaming.
I rolled a 3
You
and a
are in league
17.
with Kellis to screw me over.
So I'm guessing a 22 wins then.
Yep.
Consider yourself dragged.
Yeah,
I am pulling this werewolf along with me.
dragged down there. So you start to see Galahad just like forcefully dragging the werewolf as he's just bleeding from all sides, still kind of dazed, is able to kind of use that moment to drag him over.
Just need to keep him away from the rest of the squishy party.
All right, what else would you like to do?
That's it.
That's it. All right, moved him over, just trying to get him out of harm's way.
Yeah,
Up
just
next.
keeping him restrained or grappled.
All right, we got the Jewel Hendrix.
Yeah, Jules is gonna take a step forward and is gonna get right up in Zerra's face and again look him dead in the eyes and is going to use vicious mockery again. And she's gonna turn and look him dead in the eyes and say, Zerra, if you're still in there, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourself. Get a grip. And he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, one more time.
One more time. I love how I moved everyone away from. I moved him away from the group, and then you.
And then I
moved
immediately
right in front of his face, right in front of his face for a
I
cast.
couldn't help it. I'm
Bad dog.
sorry.
Bad dog. Where did my
Look at
finger
what you
go?
did. It's like shoving his face in it.
Exactly.
It's 11.
Look at this accident you made
It's
on the
11?
carpet. Look at
Yeah.
yourself.
That's not gonna make it. So he's gonna take a D4, and that is,
Time to rub your
Damn
nose in it.
and he's gonna have disadvantage on his attacks.
Once more, 2 points of damage. As once again, you just see him just kind of just sort of bleeding out from the different orifices on his face from that huge firebolt hit to the dome. You're just trying to reach him in there. And he's just kind of like not fully there. But he's not giving you any sign that he understands really what you're saying.
Okay. Cool. That's fine.
Okay, and then after that, we got Nebula.
All right, so I'm gonna try some. He does not look good, does he?
He is looking like he had all this liveliness to him before, like being defiant, trying to break free, but he's just slowed down, a bit subdued. Yeah, he's hurt for sure.
Okay, let me ask you this. You never described necessarily in combat situations, what does it require from us? Is the Vox Seeker a free action?
To take it out?
Because it's currently the backpack on
Kobold.
Speck.
So Speck has it.
Yeah, if I command it to do something right now, is that my action or is that me just talking?
Yeah, I'll say just because it does become kind of like a weapon and almost like another person in the party. I'll say it's an action to activate it. in combat.
Okay. Yeah.
Or I will say, not an action to, free action to say the activation code and get it out, but it'll be an action to direct it to do something. How about that?
Okay, yeah. All right, I'm gonna do a shapeshifter thing right now instead, and as a free action, I'm going to call out to Speck and say, "Get over here," and then I'm going to approach myself. I'm going to approach Zerra like a step or two forward. I'm not going to get. I don't want to waste Galahad pulling him away. But I am going to step forward and as an action transform into Zerra.
Okay.
And I am going to try and make, well, I won't tell you what check because you dictate that, but I am,
yeah,
I'm
just
trying,
like what you're, yeah.
In Zerra's voice, like, you need to get a hold of yourself, friends. Remember who you are. Fight this now.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
That's a 17.
17. Seeing the subdued werewolf, just blood coming down the face, it's just very much knocked out at this point. Trying to come to, you try one more time, you change into the Yuan Ti body and face of Zerra, still with your nebula armor and clothes on. The skin underneath just malforms into Yuan Ti, and you look at him dead in the eye. Come on. Get him out of there. And he looks at you. You see the bones underneath the skin start to and this is all happening in Galahad's arms as the bones crack and start to reconstruct themselves. The skin kind of changing and protruding as you see bones and internal organs rip around and change as parts of the skin heavily burned and damaged from the spell attacks starts to rip, almost like a moth, a cocoon giving birth to a butterfly. And you start to see like a Yuan Ti like skin underneath the werewolf start to, and blood is pouring out from underneath the werewolf skin as Zerra's form starts to break through the werewolf form. As the werewolf skin outer layer just starts to peel out from itself and sort of starts to flop over on Galahad's metal body, and the body of Zerra just flops forward.
To my personal chagrin, you are very good at that wet crunching sound effect.
That was a pretty visceral reaction, bud.
Let me ask you, are we out of combat?
You are out of combat for now.
Nebula will did Galahad drop him, or are you still?
Galahad has been holding him this whole time as the blood is just flopping, skin, dead skin, werewolf hair, coarse hair, just ripping, just as all this blood is just kind of pouring out on his body. He's like, ew, 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 ew. Until he's able to let go, which you're free to do, Galahad, if you want to drop him as this is happening.
I just want to know if he's
taking a step back. I was going to say that.
I was
Okay.
gonna hold on to him because he's still unconscious. So I'll
I was
just
gonna say, is he unconscious or conscious?
He is unconscious. He's out.
Cool. Nebula is immediately moving to use whatever bits of the rope are left because he would have gotten smaller, and is
Yeah, it would have
just immediately tying him up.
Okay.
Yep. No questions.
So as he shrinks down a couple sizes, the rope that was around his head just slides off as he falls down over. As soon as the Galahad lets go of him, falls on the ground, you grab that rope, just hog tie him, wrap him up.
Margot takes the rope out of her side satchel and just throws it at Nebula. And she's just like, just make sure he won't be able to get up.
And this is, you're watching Zerra tie up Zerra right now, so it's just
At this point, Margot's just so over this bullshit. She doesn't care if it was a squirrel hog tying him. Just get him down.
So I'll definitely tie him up. How badly wounded is he? Or did the transformation kind of erase that?
A bit, yeah. It was like the transformation process going back to his regular form just gave him a clean slate. Like all the damaged skin and burns from the werewolf body just absorbed most of the stuff, didn't really transfer over.
Where is his gear? Is he wearing it, or is it on the ground where he first transformed?
Yeah, it ripped off his body, so it's just like a naked Zerra just slumped over on the ground.
So wherever his original equipment is when he first ripped into werewolf form, Nebula is this all happened very quickly, and Nebula's you need to calm down. And as soon as it worked, Nebula's expression went from focus to went, immediately tied him up, took the extra rope, tied him up again, and then double checked and triple checked the knots and looked at him, and then immediately walked over to where his shit was and opened up his bag and found the health potion that he bought in the shop and never used, and just puts it in his own pocket. And he's
yes.
Say no more. We understand.
That conveyed a very specific emotion that words could not describe.
I'm done.
I believe, Phelan, you have the blue cactus, right? Or does Zerra have that?
He has it.
Yeah, so Nebula, as you're going through his pack, you notice that blue cactus that was bought at the herbalist shop, that you're able to take that as well.
Awesome.
You also find something else in his bag. I'm going to send this over to you.
It's another grenade. See you guys.
No, actually, it's 4 more kobolds. They jump out of the bag. And just
Actually, he's in the trench coat.
So what you're saying, Kevin? It's 4 more grenades.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Basically, 4 more living grenades. But I'll send this into Discord chat for y'all, so you can all see this.
Kobolds in a barrel.
Oh.
So inside this bag, and again, Nebula only sees this, you find this medallion with this symbol on it. Very small, it's probably this big, inside of his bag.
Okay.
Looks a little familiar, but not quite too sure.
Could I do a check that would be a Nebula-based sort of thing?
Yeah, you do a history check.
All right. History, my boy. That is not very good. That's a 7.
7. So you see the symbol. It looks familiar. You feel like you've seen it before, but you're just you're just having trouble connecting the dots, but it looks familiar.
Okay.
Is there a check you can anyone can roll to?
It's up to Nebula if he wants to share this item with the party.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So I'm gonna take the health potion very openly, and I'm gonna take the blue cactus and just shrug and throw that into the bag of holding as well. And I'm going to, I guess when I reach in and I discover that final piece, I'm gonna look at it, and the fact that I don't know what it is gonna sort of bug me, is gonna bug Nebula. And he's going to lift it up and show it to the party and say, does anyone know what this is? And do I know what it's made out of? Can I tell?
It's just a metal medallion. Like, it's not made of anything otherworldly or anything of any specific merit. It just looks like a keepsake.
Okay. So, I'm going to walk over and to the party and ask them, does anybody know what this is?
I roll a history check.
You can.
Is it history? Is it?
Yeah, you can all roll history checks if you like.
Okay.
Tis an 11.
11.
Yeah. My die betrayed me.
Oh, snap. 21.
Can I
21.
do
Has proficiency.
I almost
Doesn't-
want to do Arcana instead, just to see if there's anything magic behind it.
Can I do an athletics check?
I'd like to leap over this medallion. Yeah, Marco, if you want to try to ascertain if it's magical in any way, you certainly can.
Ooh, that is a 19.
19. Okay, so we got 11, 24, Phelan?
21.
21, you got 6.
Oh, yeah. Mad rolls.
So, Galahad, not really sure. Doesn't look very familiar to you in any way.
data found.
Looks shiny. Looks kind of cool. Nice design. Margot, you're looking it over, kind of sussing it out. Not appear to be magical in any way. Doesn't appear to be like a charm or a glyph of any kind of magical essence of any kind. But Phelan and Jules, given your backgrounds and kind of the circles that you have been running in from your past lives, Jules, you would know that this symbol is related to the Kryn dynasty, the Drow elf society that the Dwendalian Empire is at war with.
Okay.
And Phelan, you looking at this medallion, recognizing that it's in a certain coloration, a lot that's adorned with, and with, especially with you, with the kind of people that you used to run with in your past life, you know that this is a badge, a officer's badge of a type that belongs to a specific sect within the Kryn dynasty, that belongs to a very specific group in their army. And with that 21, this group was covert in nature.
So any ideas what this is?
I'm just gonna say it's emblem of the. How do I pronounce the
Kryn dynasty.
Kryn? Is that?
Yeah.
Uh,
Kryn. Kryn.
It's an emblem of the Kryn dynasty, but beyond that, I have no clue.
It's actually a little more specific than that. It looks like our friend Zerra was a spy. Seems to be this is if I remember correctly, a very discreet part of their army.
Oh,
Well, no wonder he was asking us so many questions then.
I wonder if he was part of it or if he left them or something.
Nebula is going to ask Phelan then directly. So is this a badge or?
Yes.
And Phelan, again, you're getting that high roll. It's kind of like it's a badge. It's like a soldier's badge of sort of a coat of arms kind of thing. Not coat of arms, but a little bit of not a ranking system, but more or less something that this particular group gives to each other as kind of a sign of you're in the club kind of thing. Like wearing the stonecutter's ring. It's a way to pass on to everybody, are you who you say you are? And only the people that would have this would give verification for that.
Okay.
This is very interesting. I say we keep that in case we need it.
And Nebula is not letting it out of his possession. Nebula is just going to immediately toss it into the bag. And I think just for like sake of like memory, he just kind of transforms the palm of his hand for a moment to mimic the image, sort of like a brand.
Mm-hmm.